I might be using some of this conversation for, oops, there's my head, for outtakes for the end of my video.
Oh no, I'm sticking my finger in my mouth.
I know. People love that kind of stuff.
I'm Phyllis. I live in my van.
So this is my friend Zanita. I met her in, hi, say hi. I met her in
Hi.
Colorado. We were camping at a meetup. It was near Leadville, Twin Lakes. Is that right?
Yeah, Twin Lakes.
It was just a great time and a great location. And I just really thought she was interesting, and we've sort of kept in social media touch. And I wanted to introduce her to you. And she's eventually going to tell us about her business. But right now, tell us about your van.
Oh, sunflower. Yeah, so sunflower and I have been adventuring for almost 2 years
It's
now.
been
It's been awesome. I love sunflower. Sunflower has like been my safety. It's my home. I don't actually have a home base, so everything I own is actually in sunflower. And we've had tons of great adventures, met lots of interesting people, and just loving it, enjoying the
Tell
journey.
us why you decided to live in a van.
Well, I was a nomad. I've been a nomad for about 4 years, a little bit, almost 5 years actually. And I started out doing more like Airbnb to Airbnb, staying somewhere for a month, staying somewhere for a couple months. And I was like, you know what? I want more
And I was
flexibility.
just like,
I'm done. I'm like, I need to change. I'm like, I'm doing Airbnb to Airbnb. Uh, I want to do van life. I'm like, I checked it out. I'd met some van lifers. I was like, okay, I wanted more freedom to be able to just go and to be able to be out and sleep at the end of a trailhead and have your whole everything there and just be able to be out in nature by a lake, by a river, wherever in the mountains, and
yeah,
just be able to live and work there and not have to worry about, oh, I have to make arrangements for this time to this time. Then I have to make arrangements for another time to another time. But
right.
just the
And then you didn't
freedom
want a
just to
big,
go and just go.
yeah, and you didn't want a big rig, so it's so hard to move. You wanted to be like flexible,
No,
nimble, right? I'm
yeah.
nimble. I
So
like,
I purposely got mine. So my is 2500 159 wheelbase because I wanted to make sure I could fit into a parking space. I
that's
love it. I'm really happy. I worked really hard on the build with the people who helped me build it. And I was like, you know what? I want yellow because, of course, yellow is my favorite color. And I was like, I want these wood canters. And so I just put everything in it that I'd want in my home because it's my home.
right. And you said you work now, you're still working.
Yes. So I am still working. So I have two sources of income that I'm doing right now until my coaching business takes over.
So you've started up a new business because you want to transition into your current traditional job, full-time job, which is remote, but to your own business, so you'll have more flexibility on where you live. Is that right?
Absolutely. A lot of nomads that I've known, that I'm in a part of a community of nomads, they have their own business, which is what allows them to be location independent.
Right.
And I've been coaching people for years. I mean, not as a business, but just friends, people I meet. I've been coaching for years and I
Well, what
really
what kind
like
of
doing
what
that.
kind of coaching are you talking about? Tell us about the coaching.
So I've helped lots of a wide variety. Right now I've kind of zoomed in and focused on people who sort of have like a loss of identity, or they need direction or clarity in their life, or maybe they're looking for the next phase in life. Those are really that's sort of what I'm honed in on right now, and that's really what I've been working with. It's the people I've been working with and helping out and just walking alongside them and just helping them along their journey to get their clarity, identity, direction, and purpose of the next phase in life.
So you took something that
So,
you're already doing and that you enjoyed and you were good at, and you're turning it into a business.
yeah, so I went and got certified because I wasn't like, oh yeah, I'm gonna make a business and whatever. So even though coaching is not a regulated industry, I still went and got certified. I did a couple of 2 years of coaching of certifications, and I
Wow.
have another one that I'm doing at the beginning of next year. I've already signed up for it, so I'll always continue to grow and learn. Um, but this one's all with one. one program, so I have the full extent of the program because
That's great. I'm
I
sure.
really want to make a difference. I mean, I want to make a difference. I want to make an impact. So yes, I can talk and help people, and I was doing that before, but now it's like, you know what? If I can have some tools and some, some training, I can do even better.
And it gives people a reason to trust you maybe a little bit more. You have certifications. Can you give us
Right.
one example of the way you've helped someone in a coaching session and at any time, whether now or before, as a friend or anything?
So what was gratifying is meeting somebody and just a total organic meeting and seeing where they were at and helping them to be able to walk through their transition. So they had been with their partner for over 33 years and well, for 33 years. And it was a separation and really just helping them walk through that
That's
and
a
finding
long
their next
time.
phase in life and like what is it that they wanted? What's their next phase? What does that look like? What is it that they want? What are their values? How do they align themselves with it? How do they go ahead and create those boundaries that they need to be able to stand up and say, no, this is what I want, and hey, this works for me, this doesn't work for me, but actually being able to look inside and be like, what is it that I actually want? I've been in this has been my identity for so long. And now I'm creating my own identity. And what identity do I want? And how do I come into that new identity and get that peace and happiness that they've been looking for?
Yeah, especially for women that, especially after a really long marriage, your whole identity, especially if you haven't worked, which is common for women of like my age and older after a long-term marriage, they could have never worked in their lives and they don't know who they are anymore. Their children are grown. So
Right?
I also think even if you're really good at like reading other people, it can be really hard to see something about yourself. So having an outside perspective, I think, is great.
Yes. So actually another one of my clients, not the one I was talking about, another one of my clients, when I was just working with them, they were like, you know what? It's so helpful. You just repeated back to me. She's like, I didn't even realize that, that this is really, I'm saying one thing, but I'm doing the other. But having you repeat back to me and just sort of just reverberate
A
what I'm saying
mirror,
is
a
like,
mirror
it's
up.
like, oh my goodness, I never realized that. And that was like so very helpful. So even if it's like in her situation, she needed some help just where she was at, continuing going, just hey, how do I align this? She just needs some certainty, some aligning of where she was, what she was doing. And just by talking it and working on it and putting some simple goals in place, she was like, oh, I didn't realize that. And having her see, mirror it back to her,
Right,
that made a huge difference for her.
right. So you're not like palm reading, it's not magic. You're just
Oh no.
holding a mirror up and helping them figure out a problem in their life. Is that how you would characterize?
Yes, it's I say that I walk along with you. So everybody has the answer somewhere inside of them, but sometimes you need a little bit of help to get there, whether it's reframing your thought process or maybe just figuring out what are my true goals and values and just really helping someone align that. So there's no palm reading, there's no magic. I am
Right.
having in a conversation with you. Yes, I do have different modalities that can help, like when you may be lost in like, oh, I can't figure out this value. So yeah, I have different tools to help. Like, hey, what is your values? Let's go ahead and dive into that and see what it is. Or if you're stuck in this, like, maybe a painful thought or something painful that happened in the past, and maybe going back and reframing that. But I really take you from where you're at and help you to move forward. That's really what coaching is, which differs from therapy, where therapy is you really just take the person, you're just digging into their past
Yeah.
and really deep diving into the past.
You're
I don't,
problem solving in real time.
yeah, where you're at. Yeah, where
Right.
you're at right now. I'm like, present time, going forward, where are you? How do I help you? How can we get you to where you want to be?
Okay, well, I'm going to put you on the spot right now. I'm going to,
Oh no. Awesome.
yeah, I'm going to tell you a problem that I have and ask you just in a really brief way, just off the cuff, what your advice would be. So I have a 41-year-old son and three grandchildren who I've never seen. My son doesn't speak to me. So I've pretty much accepted that's just the way it's going to be. It's been about 10 years, so I don't think it's going to change. I used to think when he had kids it was changed, and when he realized that mothers are, we're people too, but it's not going to change. So I guess for me is how do I get to peace with the fact that my first child I will probably never see again and never see my grandchildren again.
Okay, so what I would actually do is someone came to me like that, I would tell them that that would take 4 to 6 sessions to
I
actually
know,
work through
I know I'm
because
putting you
it's
on the
not, hang
spot.
on, then no, that's fine because I can't, it's not something where I tell you. What I would do is I would have you have like 4 to 6 sessions. And what we would do is we'll dive into, okay, where are you at now with him? When did it start? And sort of going back to where did it start? Where do you feel? What is it you want to accomplish? What feelings come up with you right now? And how we can address that. So it's more than one thing. It's not like I would say, hey, Phyllis, this is what you should
If you
do.
gave me like a Dr. Phil answer right now, I don't think I would trust you.
It wouldn't work,
So,
you
but
know.
and that makes sense. You have to get to know the person and what the issue is before you can really say anything about it.
Yes,
So,
yes.
is there anything else you'd like to say about you or the new business that you're starting before we go?
Well, I do. I'm actually not starting it. It's already started.
I'm
The name
sorry,
of
it's
the business
building.
is Phoenix. No worries. The name of the business is Phoenix
Have
Tranquility, and it's
started.
Phoenix.
I'm so
Yeah,
sorry.
it's Phoenix starting Phoenix Tranquility. I am creating a YouTube page. It is Phoenix Tranquility. And I also have an Instagram page and it's Phoenix Tranquility, spelled Phenix. So yeah, and please reach out to me. I'm loving it. I'm actually really doing a lot of market research right now. What I mean by market research is really just talking to people and asking them, hey, what are your pains, needs, wants, desires? And so that I can better position myself as a coach and better create content and better be prepared to help others.
Maybe you could do an offer, and I'll cut this out if you don't like it. You could do an offer like the first 5 people who volunteer to do a market research would get like a free introductory 15-minute session.
Oh, okay. So let me tell you, when you do this market research interview with me, I offer a free coaching session. Anybody
Oh,
who does that, I automatically offer a free coaching
that's
session. I
great.
should have
See
said that. I
how?
don't know why I didn't say that. So
Well,
yeah,
I'm glad
I
I
do a
brought it
market research.
up
Yeah,
because
me
y'all,
too.
she
So
needs to know what we need from her. So if you do a market research interview, and it's really easy, and Zanita's really easy to talk to, and she's warm. So I would encourage you to do that. So we'll
and
have all
it's
of her social media links in the description of the video. Um, and where are you now, Zanita?
right this second I am in Colorado, up near Denver.
Colorado. I see trees, beautiful clouds. I'm in Cloudcroft, New Mexico. Hello, hello. Thank you so much for joining me. If anyone has any questions, feel please feel free to leave a comment or contact Zanita or me directly. So thank you so
Thank you so much for
much.
this. Thank you so much for
Bye.
this interview.
Bye bye.
Bye
Bye bye.
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 Good grief, where's my blur? Blah.
I think it's
Here it is. I know where
video.
it is. It's just
Yeah.
not hitting right.
Yeah.
There we go. I know exactly what you mean.
You want to finish that real quick? Actually, I need to pee. I should have peed first. Oh well, I'll wait.
Oh, go pee. Please go pee.
Okay.
I would hate
Go.
to have you
Go
holding
means
that.
move 1 foot.
She's like, finishing eating because she just like shoved her food down her mouth because she hasn't eaten yet today.
Well, I was peeing, so I think you're excused.
I'm having in my mouth. It's all good.
Let's just go. Okay, so
Okay.
I'm going.